It's an exciting opportunity, and it is most exciting for one reason, and that reason is what we. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because we are four parties.
새로운 정부가 들어설 것이 확실하기 때문에 그런 면에서 지금 현재 정부도 굉장히 큰 관심을 갖고 있지만 앞으로.
근데 아까 임대 에쿼티는 뭐예요?
뭐 이제 그거는 그냥 정말 다른 투자자들 같이 이 프로젝트 자체 지분에 참여하는.
지분에 참여.
그것도 하기도 하고요. 또 그냥 파이낸싱 같이
쓸 수도 있고.
맞습니다.
데이터 센터를 지으면 일부분은 예를 들어서 마이크로소프트가 이건 우리가 쓸게. 그리고
그렇죠.
거기에 자기 CPU를 넣고 그다음에 아까 얘기했듯이 인프라 소프트웨어도 자기들 거 넣고 이렇게 해서 쫙 이건 요건 내 거야. 아마 오픈 AI도 그런
일부를 그렇게 한다 해도 데이터 센터라는 게 지금 건물을 말한 건 아니죠.
아니 전체
서버를
기준.
서버인데 그중 일부는 자기들이 더 공급을 추가해서 한다 이 말인가요?
아니 그러니까 미리 스파이스 해서 디자인을 하죠. 디자인할 때 요거는 구글 영역이야. 요거는 크로키 영역이야. 이렇게 해서.
Commitment is $10 billion, more or less. But there's something much more important than the size of the investment. The most important, what's very special about Korea is, of course, it is a major non-NATO U.S. ally. So it has strong partnerships, and it's a partner.
Competitiveness. Nations are racing to lead in AI innovation. In this era of AI competition, for Hill's talent, with the devotion and passion, we'll build the Solashdo AI Supercluster Hub. This AI highway will house in the 1970s. Industrialization drove growth, followed by Mr. 명현관, Mr. 이성호, Mr. 고형건, thank you.
Let's show how smart and fast we are to the whole world. Essential for realizing this ambitious goal. The successful establishment of this large promote renewable energy advancements and create again groundbreaking growth.
그럼 협약서에 서명을 하겠습니다.
Please proceed with the signing on the paper.
됐습니까?
오늘 협약의 주요 내용은 전라남도 솔라시도의 세계 최대 규모의 AI 스태프들은 사진 촬영을 위해 좀 앉아서 하겠습니다. 슈퍼클러스터
For joining us this party's full schedule.
직접 이렇게 참여해 주셔서 함께 해주신 데서 진심으로 감사의 말씀을 드립니다.
As you may
AI growth, just say Mr. Dr. Amin. It has stable renewable energy and strong talent. With the devotion and passion, we'll build the 솔라시도 AI Supercluster Hub. This AI highway will fuel rapid industry growth. The AI hub will position 전라남도 as a global AI cluster leader. It will also deepen AI collaboration between Korea and the US. 전라남도 province, 해남 county, and these groups are fully committed. We'll support land power and water supply. We'll streamline licensing and offer tax benefit. I trust that Dr. Amin and Mr. Brian are just as committed. In closing, I thank everyone who made this possible. What is done today will shape the future of AI Supercluster Hub. Let's move forward together. Thank you. 방금 전에 닥터 아민께서 이야기하신 부분에 대해서 저희들도 정말 공감하면서 앞으로 전라남도가 중심이 돼서 이런 모든 AI 슈퍼클러스터 구축에 있어서 모든 문제를 해결하는데 적극적으로 나서겠다는 말씀을 드립니다.
전남도 does totally agree with what Dr. Amin said in his presentation, and we promise that we will not spare any efforts to make this 솔라시도 project a success.
전라남도는 사실은 5년 전부터 이 데이터 센터를 구축하기 위해서 노력을 해왔습니다.
전라남도 has been putting our efforts to build data center in the province.
특히 그중에 전력계통이 가장 어려운 부분인데 이제 이런 문제까지 해결할 수 있는 그런 여건을 갖추었기 때문에 아까 닥터 아민 박사께서 말씀하신 대로 저희도 모르는 가운데 가장 세계에서 여러 가지가 한꺼번에 다 갖춰진 이 데이터 센터 클러스터의 허브로서 가장 최저가치다 이렇게 평가받고 있는 부분에 대해서 굉장히 자랑스럽게 생각을 합니다. 저희들은 인프라스트럭처도 갖춰져 있고 스피드라든지 헌신적인 노력에 있어서 원팀으로서 이 AI 슈퍼클러스터를 반드시 성공시키겠다는 의지와 열정을 가지고 있다는 말씀을 드립니다.
And I can say that we have passion and devotion to make this project a success, and with a robust infrastructure and fast-tracking procedures, and also our staff members.
우리 전남도 슬로건은 최근에 OK Now 전남인데요. Now는 New NOW는 New Opportunity with 전라남도 함께 새로운 기회를 갖자는 그런 슬로건인데요. OK Now 전라남도, OK Now 해남, OK Now BS 그룹. 오케이? 오케이. 네, 감사합니다.
So there are many ways that they can invest. One is to actually invest. The other one is that they will be our clients, yours and mine, but the government as well, in terms of the capacity. So there are some models that we are discussing. For example, one model is that we build and they rent. Another model is that they put in the equipment that they want into our center and they operate. Another is that we operate together and they are participants in the equity. So there is the equity, there is the finance, and there is the leasing. And the leasing is not on our balance sheet, but the leasing is on their balance sheet. So it is as if they are investing because we are using their balance sheet to create the building, the construction, the supply, etc. So the short answer is yes. How is it equity? Is it finance? Is it leasing? Is it offtake? All of these depends at the end of the day the structure that we develop with the public-private partnership that the governor is leading, that the provincial government is leading, that the county government is leading, that the private sector is leading, but also CAPCO and KT and ourselves. Because we are one team. Value coming. So the port, the transportation hub, from the ship to the train, to the plane, to the road, to the industrial development around this cluster is something that will be very, very important for the province. And this is an area where Kentech has a big role to play because it's all of this information coming, all of this use of energy, all of these hyperscalers, but also all of the clients around the world. That value is, we want to add more and more layers within our supercluster. So the data center is the anchor. It's like when you build a port. But the value is more than just the port. The value, we want to capture some of what is being shipped into the port, out of the port, out of the other infrastructure that you have in the port. Our supercluster, your supercluster, your supercluster, will be that port in the way that we are looking at things. So, and just to add, you'll be meeting tomorrow the chairman of Google, an important hypercluster, hyperscaler. You'll be meeting the one of the most important people in Microsoft that's in charge of this side. Again, very important hyperscaler. But the hyperscaler is only one part of it. And yes, they're meeting you. They're very proud to meet you. We met with the other side yesterday, NVIDIA. We are meeting with, you will be meeting also, with some of the other hyperscalers and some of the other technology providers. Maybe not, we talk in front of the press. Yes, they are interested because this is an exciting opportunity, and it is most exciting for one reason. And that reason is what we are telling them is the speed that we can develop. And the speed that we can develop, I hope to talk to the press if you allow me, is because of what you have done. You have led a public-private partnership of the municipality, of the county, of the private sector, the landowner, of KEPCO, of KT, and of us. We are members of this PPP that you have led, to bring together something much faster than what is possible in the US or somewhere else. And when we talk to our investor groups, they're saying, well, why Korea? Why don't we go in one of the US projects? And some of our actually all of our investor groups are invested in the US. And we will also be investing in the US. Even this center is partly a US investment. But what is very important is how quickly we can get the capacity to go. And here Korea has, I think, 3 advantages. One, the infrastructure at the federal level, but also in the regional level. An infrastructure that can supply the power, that can supply the water, that can supply the cooling, but also an infrastructure that can supply the licenses, the ability to move in record time. This is a Korean advantage, but a regional advantage, a provincial advantage, a county advantage, and also an advantage of the piece of land that we are all developing in because of the work that has already happened. The second advantage is a Korean strength of how do we get different groups to work together to move for one target. And that target is the same as our target, which is speed. Speed is the most important aspect in competitiveness in AI now, because the market cannot keep up with the demand. It's a very lucky market that we have chosen. And the third advantage is the commitment that we have made in the signing that we're doing today. Under the leadership of Governor Kim and of course the county governor and the vice chairman, but also with KEPCO, with KT, with the technical capability that KEPCO has, with Kentech, with our advisory group under John Shui, with our supporting infrastructure that we have here in the United States, in the Middle East and other places, we're able to move not only to be fast, but we have a commitment. And this is very important for the world to hear. In our agreement, we have a commitment to work together to find the way to be the most competitive in the world. If one of our parties is not competitive, it means the rest of us have to be more competitive. But all of us are committed to make this project the most competitive in the world in terms of speed, cost, and certainty of execution. And we are very, very proud to be a member, Governor, of your private-public partnership.